And we wouldn't do that.
No. Well, how's it been here so far? I guess open up the softball question.
Fine. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It always kind of signifies the start of the season. You know, you're like, okay, we're back in it, and ready to rock and roll now.
Hey man,
How are we doing? Good.
you get. I know a lot of people are focused on Chucky coming back, but you get Kyler back.
Mm-hmm.
Can you? Is it too undervalued to say you just can't undervalue either one of their returns?
Yeah, I put him in the same category. You know, we lost Brandon Swindle for the whole year too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he got hurt on the first play of the Idaho State game, and so that was one of our most experienced returning receivers going into the season. And so having all three of those guys back for us, Kyler, Chucky, and Brandon, will be big because they're not only really good players, but they're tremendous leaders. And you know, they're all fifth-year seniors, and they've been in this program as long as I've been here. And those are kind of things that I don't think you can put a price tag on. You can't put a value on. Those are the guys they'll win ball games for us down the stretch when things aren't perfect because of that leadership, because of that experience.
Chucky's such a dynamic player when he's on the field, but part of the problem has been keeping him on the field. Obviously, his legs are a big part of what he does. I mean, are you guys gonna just let him keep playing the same way, or do you kind of harness what he does, or do you just have to let him be Chucky?
Yeah, I think you got to let him be Chucky. I mean, he's a very dynamic young man when the ball's in his hands. I think he has become a smarter quarterback over the years. I think it's very natural, but he has done it. And I think he knows when to slide. He knows when to step out of bounds. You know, the one injury from 2 years ago, that's a fluke thing. I mean, it was wrong place at the wrong time at the wrong angle, and could have happened to anybody. But it's also what makes everybody here that asks me questions about him. It's what makes him special. So you can't harness him. You know, you're gonna get scrambles and things that happen when things break down in the pocket very naturally. You know, I don't think you have to scheme up all these runs for him. So,
with him being out for 2 years, basically, do you still have a good idea of the player that he is, or is it kind of hard to gauge what that will be?
I saw it all spring. Okay. I mean, I've seen that kid since the minute I got to Utah State. So I know what he's at, you know, what he's like and what he's all about. And, you know, what he did in 2012 as a true sophomore. And the first 6 games that, you know, as we got into the Mountain West, and I'm telling you, he was as hot as any quarterback in the country. No, I know what kind of player he is, and I'm not worried about that.
You met Mike Bobo before he took the job here.
I've known Mike since I was at Louisville.
Yeah. He said he helped you recruit, you know,
he did.
Not get lost in the South, and he's hoping you'll help him out west. But
yeah.
What kind of coach is he? What do you think he brings to this conference?
Well, first of all, I think he's a really smart offensive mind. You know, some of the things that he did at Georgia, I think were very good, unique. I think it's a long tenured run of success. It's hard to do, and I mean that's one of the best conferences in America. Where he's done it and how he's done it, I think a lot of respect from me for what he's done, and he's got a chance. He's had a good program, and I'm sure they'll do a good job.
Last year, Boise State kind of surprised some people.
Who?
Well, coming off an 8-5 year, going 12-2, I think kind of caught some people off guard.
This guy.
I was gonna say they lose a lot of talent on offense. You know, Jay Ajayi was such a big part of what they did. Grant Hedrick I think he completed 70% of his passes or whatever.
That's all they lose, by the way, in case you wondered.
I was gonna say they're
everybody else back.
They're led by a defense for what seems like the first time in forever.
Yeah, very dynamic on defense.
I was gonna say, what do you see in their defense? Are there any guys that stick out to you? And
the whole front seven, and then they got probably the best safety combo. I mean, both those safeties are probably the best in the league.
I was gonna say, can you talk a little bit about Darian?
Yeah, you know, Darian is to me he's a prototype safety. He's long, he's strong, he's athletic. I would assume he is a very smart player, a leader, a communicator. He's rangy. He can come off the hash. He can pressure. He's got makeup speed. I mean, he's got everything you want to me. At safety. But I think that defense is led by those right up the middle. To me, that's how you build a defense. Just like a baseball team, you put it right up the middle, and they're very, very strong. In the your inner D tackles, I think they got dynamic edge rushers. They got backers that can pressure. I think it's a really, really, really good defense.
2 years ago when you guys came out here, you were marketing Chucky